This husky is such a bully. He's not even thirsty, but he hogs the only water source. Whenever another dog tries to get close, he fiercely chases them away. The other dogs just watch and stay quiet. But the big new dog is different. He walks over to the ice nearby, gives it one hard smack, and easily breaks open a new water hole. Seeing this, the dogs all gather around him. He doesn't chase them off, and generously shares the water. The husky watches all this and gets furious. This move clearly challenges his authority, but the big dog couldn't care less. He used to be a rich man's beloved pet. All he did every day was cause chaos and wreck the house. He has so much energy that everyone in town calls him the Little Menace. Today happens to be the rich man's birthday. The servants prepare a table full of amazing food, and no one is seated yet. Buck licks his lips, staring straight at this free feast. Just as the family poses for a photo, Buck grabs a drumstick and casually plops down next to the rich man. Everyone sees the drumstick and knows trouble is coming, and sure enough, the carefully prepared birthday feast ends up a total mess. The rich man looks completely defeated. At least Buck saves him a drumstick. To punish him, the rich man makes him sleep outside tonight. It's Buck's first night outdoors, but what the rich man doesn't know is that this goodbye is forever. Late that night, a dog thief approaches Buck and lures him onto a cart with food. The innocent pup can't resist the treat and gets locked in a crate. Buck panics and paws at everything, but he can't break free. Through the gaps in the crate he sees, it's the gardener who sold him to the dog traders. Watching his familiar estate fade into the distance, Buck is filled with regret. The crate gets loaded onto a train, sold and resold who knows how many times. Finally he arrives in the frozen far north, at the edge of the wilderness, Alaska. This southern dog has never seen snow this deep, and instantly walks around like a total tourist. Buck is curious about everything, bouncing around with excitement, but the fun doesn't last. He goes from pampered pet to lowly laborer. Buck hangs his head. Because of his huge size, he stands out among all the dogs. The mailman spots him right away. Just like that, Buck has his second owner. They're a male carrier couple. At first, the woman isn't happy, because for the same price, they could get at least 2 sled dogs. Plus this dog has 0 experience. Little does she know, this dog she can't stand will save her more than once. As the newest team member, Buck hates the harness his owner puts on him. His first day on the job is rough. He runs all wobbly. He finally catches up with the team, then gets distracted by a rabbit on the roadside. One slip and he's completely off course. He single-handedly drags the whole team down a hillside. The other dogs bare their teeth and grumble, while Buck lowers his head and plays dumb. Then his owner comes over. He doesn't scold the dog. Instead, he patiently tells him,
Buck, we are all tied up together now. We fall all together. But so do we get up as one. Come, we try again.
With his owner's encouragement, Buck improves a little every day, but with work this intense, it doesn't take long before he's dog-tired. In the days that follow, Buck becomes much steadier, even though the lead husky often trips him up and picks on him. Most of the mail still gets delivered, until one day, Buck notices this lead husky keeps using his position to steal food from his teammates. The dogs are upset but stay silent, hanging their heads in sadness, but fearless Buck sees this, and gives his own food away, then walks off without looking back. And this one-kind act changes how the other dogs see him. Soon Buck becomes a true sled dog. Running brings him joy like never before, and slowly his confidence returns. He used to just follow human commands. Now out in this vast wilderness, he wants to live for himself. On that quiet night, something stirs deep in Buck's heart. Then during one accident, he completely replaces the husky in his owner's hearts. Today they need to cross a dangerous frozen lake. The woman scouts ahead, but the ice suddenly cracks, and she falls right through. The current under the ice is fierce, and it quickly sweeps her away. The man wants to help, but there's nothing he can do. Buck doesn't hesitate for a second. He dives straight into the freezing water. He pushes the woman upward, ramming the ice with his body again and again, until she's pulled out of the water. But Buck is too exhausted to climb out. Before his owner can grab him, the current sweeps him away. The man frantically searches the ice, calling Buck's name over and over. He hears a sound and rushes to find the spot. Then he pulls out a blade and desperately chips at the ice. But after a few strikes, the blade snaps. In despair, he pounds the ice with his bare hands. Just as he's overcome with grief, an ice pick suddenly appears beside him. He grabs it without thinking, and immediately starts chipping away again. Suddenly he realizes something. He turns his head, and the Buck he's trying to rescue is sitting right there, totally fine.
Buck!
The husky watches from a distance, absolutely fuming. The woman who once looked down on Buck gives him a drumstick for the very first time, and says,
"Now I do too."
Then she turns and walks away. The husky sees all of this again, and decides it's time to settle things. So that night, Buck chases a rabbit with his teammates. After finally catching it, he chooses to let it go. But before the rabbit gets far, the husky charges in and takes it down. It's his warning to Buck. Then he walks straight toward Buck. This team isn't big enough for 2 alphas, so they have to settle this today. Facing the fierce husky, Buck looks timid. The husky quickly launches a brutal attack. Buck is twice his size, but this pampered city dog has 0 fighting experience. After a few rounds, Buck is losing badly. The husky grabs grabs his neck over and over, and Buck gets slammed down and blacks out. The Husky doesn't fight fair either, taunting Buck while he's down. Then he struts over to the pack to reclaim his throne, but the other dogs would rather walk away than stand by his side. They keep barking at Buck, hoping he'll get back up, and the next second, Buck actually rises. There's a sharpness in his eyes like never before. His wild side awakens. Now the Husky has no way out, so he charges at Buck one more time. With one beautiful sidestep, Buck grabs his neck with perfect precision, lifts him high, stomps him down and pins him, all in one smooth move. The once cocky Husky finally loses. As the whole pack watches, he disappears into the snowstorm. The next day, the owner calls for the Husky for ages, but time is tight, and they need to get going. Buck steps up to the front position, but his owner has doubts. He thinks Buck is just fast. A lead dog needs real experience. Buck isn't having it. He plops down and refuses to move, but then his owner The owner brings out an experienced older dog, but the old dog turns around, sees angry Buck, and refuses to wear the harness no matter what. He even throws a tantrum on the ground, so the owner has no choice but to make Buck the lead dog, though he still has his doubts, muttering they'll definitely arrive 2 days late. Buck finally stands at the very front, and with one command,
Mush!
the team's speed compared to before is on a whole different level. At this pace, they might even arrive 2 days early. The owners are thrilled, but their laughter is so loud, it actually triggers an avalanche. Perot's face drops. He quickly orders Buck to turn left.
Left! Turn left! Go! Turn left!
But something deep inside seems to be guiding Buck. He ignores the command, and without hesitation leads the whole team, racing straight toward the avalanche. With Buck leading the way, they escape the avalanche. As the sun sets, the sled team finally nears their destination. The whole town is waiting for them, though their entrance is a little clumsy. That evening, Buck and his owner stand on the street, watching people's faces light up as they get their letters. His owner tells him,
"See, Buck, we don't carry mail. We carry lives. We carry hope. We carry love."
Buck seems to understand what being a sled dog really means. Shaped by the wind and snow, he's no longer the spoiled pet he once was. He's become a lead dog who carries real responsibility. After seeing this vast world, he can never go back to that warm southern estate. Early the next morning, they load the mail and get ready to leave. But just then, an old man rushes over holding a letter. Buck sees him and slams the brakes.
What?
You got time for one more before you leave?
You late?
It's just that it's my son's birthday. And I need to send this remembrance to my wife.
Should have come where we were taking.
Took time to find the words.
In the end, Buck takes the letter, and that's how this man and dog first connect. From then on, Buck leads the sled team to fame. Every delivery arrives early, never late. Buck is on top of the world, but it doesn't last. As times change, the sled team is soon replaced by the telegraph. Headquarters tells the man to sell the dogs and return right away. To make a living, he has no choice but to sell them.
Sorry, Buck. They don't need me and my sled anymore.
By summer, the telegraph will reach here. A new way to send the mail.
It's your team now. You still have a mighty journey ahead.
The mail carrier couple leaves in tears. Buck understands. He has to say goodbye to his owners again. Soon after, Buck gets yet another new owner, a gold prospector. Looking at the metal rod in his hand, Buck gets a bad feeling. The extreme cold has frozen the sled to the ground, plus with a full load of luggage. The dogs haven't eaten in days, and can't possibly pull it. But the prospector doesn't care. He just thinks the dogs are being lazy. When he raises the rod at Buck, the old man from that day steps in front of him. He can't stand to see the dogs suffer, so he uses a wooden pole to pry the frozen sled loose, and kindly warns the man, everything Everything out there is frozen solid. The dogs simply can't pull through it. They should wait for the spring thaw. But those people only care about gold. There's no way they'll listen. They set off with the team anyway. Sure enough, halfway there, the frozen ground makes every step a struggle. And it's uphill too. The dogs give everything they've got. Soon an older dog can't hold on and slides down the slope with the sled. Luckily Buck holds firm. Even so, the prospector still thinks they're slacking and cracks his whip at them. Watching his teammates take the blows, Buck can only push on. The old man watches the melting snow. He can't stop worrying about Buck, so he packs up and goes after him. Meanwhile, the sled team barely makes it up the steep slope. Buck is completely drained. The prospector sees him as useless now. He pulls out his weapon and points it at Buck. At the very last second, the old man shows up just in time.
The river ice is gonna break up any minute, you fool! The dog is trying to help you keep your life!
The old man shoves the prospector down. With his girlfriend's persuasion, the prospector reluctantly agrees to spare Buck. Then he sets off with the rest of the dogs. The dogs look back at Buck sadly, because they know this might be the last time they see each other. The old man takes Buck home. After days of care, Buck finally wakes up. He knows the old man saved his life, but when he gets to the door, just as the old man predicted, the frozen river has completely melted, and his teammates most likely didn't make it. Buck can only howl at the sky, praying his friends somehow made it through. The old man goes to the saloon and orders himself a bottle. There he runs into the prospector. The moment the prospector sees him, his face fills with rage. Turns out after the old man took Buck, all the other dogs ran off too, delaying his hunt for gold. He blames it all on the old man and confronts him in a fury. Luckily Buck arrives just in time to protect him. Back home, the old man sits outside, silently staring at a photo, drowning his sorrows, glass after glass. Buck can't watch anymore. He gets up and knocks over the glass, then snatches the bottle when the old man isn't looking.
Buck! Now what are you gonna do? Huh?
Buck digs a hole in the snow and buries the bottle. When the old man digs it out, Buck plops down right on top of it. No matter how hard the old man pushes, he won't budge. Buck's just that big. The old man has no choice but to give up.
And you're big. This was his birthday. My son. After he died, his mom and I, we just grew apart. She didn't want to be around me. I didn't want to be around anybody. So I came up here.
Buck comes over and sits beside him, under a sky full of stars. Man and dog lean on each other. You could call this one the old man and the Starbuck. Early the next morning, when Buck wakes up, the old man takes out a map and spreads it out in front of him. The map shows a tall mountain. His son always dreamed of becoming an adventurer, traveling to the other side of the world, to see places no one has ever been. To his son, that was true adventure. Now the old man's life has a purpose, to fulfill his son's final wish, to cross the mountains at the edge of the world, and find that river of gold.
We could go, you and me, see what's out there. What do you think?
So the old man takes Buck and sets off for the edge of the world. They travel down rivers teeming with fish. By day, flocks of birds guide them overhead. By night, fireflies light their way. After braving raging waterfalls, they finally reach the other side of the world, a place no human has ever set foot. With Buck leading, they find an abandoned cabin. To get away from the noise of the city, the old man decides to settle down here. He fixes the place up a bit, but the very next day, while washing up, he scoops a huge chunk of gold out of the river. The legend is true. There really is a river of gold. Buck sticks his butt in the air and copies him, hunting for gold. His rock is big enough, but the old man tells him, only this color counts as gold, even though dogs see the world in black and white. The very next second, he fishes out a fist-sized nugget, but the old man doesn't even notice, so Buck thinks he got it wrong again, and just tosses it away. Not until he finds another one about the same size. Does he proudly drop it in the old man's pan, begging for praise? Suddenly a white shape flashes by in the distance.
What? What you looking at? Go take a look. Come on. Come on.
Just be back before dark!
With the old man's blessing, Buck curiously chases after it, but when he catches up, he chickens out. It's a big wolf with snow-white fur. The white wolf circles around him, sizing him up with wide eyes. Buck is so nervous his whole body stiffens. He tries a human-style greeting to make friends, which totally startles her. She turns and leaves right away, and that's how their first meeting ends. Buck lowers his head, dejected, then notices the wolf left something behind. Looking at their matching paw prints, he realizes they might be the same kind. Back home, Buck can't focus. His head is full of the white wolf. It's his first crush, and he has no clue how romance works, so like every lovesick pup out there, Buck quietly follows her around, but she couldn't care less. She turns back and joins the pack leader hunting a wild boar. Just as the pack leader moves in to strike, he loses his footing and falls into the rapids. Luckily a fallen log catches him. The pack paces anxiously along the shore. Just when they're all out of options, Buck charges in without a second of hesitation. Thinking fast, he props up the log with his body, then uses all his strength to drag it toward the shore. The pack leader is finally safe because he stepped up in that moment. Buck earns the pack's acceptance and wins the white wolf's heart too. He starts hunting with the pack, and the old man's meals get better every day. It's wild pheasant one day and big fish the next. Buck seems to have found his place in the wild. As he comes home later and later, the old man notices something's different. One day he quietly follows Buck into the forest, watching how naturally the dog fits in with the wolves. He knows Buck no longer belongs to the human world. Buck was once spoiled by humans, then suffered terribly at their hands. He traveled this far to finally find home, and the old man, after running away his whole life, should return to his own home too. So he packs up his things. Most of the gold he collected these past days, he tosses right back into the river, keeping just enough to live on. The old man tells Buck he's heading back to the human world. Buck gets anxious because he doesn't know how to choose.
No, I'm not asking you to come with me, Buck. You got something here. Something important. Hang on to it. I'm leaving in the morning. Come say bye.
But that very night, the ruthless prospector shows up at the door. Turns out he found the old man's map, and knows he was after the river of gold too. The prospector sets the cabin on fire, and wrestles with the old man. Suddenly he strikes the old man in the stomach. The old man knows exactly why he's here. He pulls all the gold from his pockets, and scatters it in front of the man. But how could that little bit of gold satisfy his greed? He forces the old man to reveal the golden river. But the next second, a bark rings out. It's Buck. Buck pounces and knocks it away, then slowly closes in, baring his fangs. The prospector pulls out the club he once used on him. Buck's body instinctively backs away, but when the prospector swings it at him, his wild side takes over again. He catches the club in his jaws, then without hesitation, he shoves the prospector into the flames. Suddenly the cabin collapses, and the prospector is lost in the fire, paying the ultimate price for his greed. Then Buck walks over to the old man, places the harmonica and his son's photo in front of him, lifts him up with his body, urging him to hold on and survive. At the end of the movie, the old man returns to the human world, carrying Buck's story with him. Sometime later, Buck becomes the wolf king of the valley, raising his own pups, wolf dogs. He runs free across the plains with his pack, letting the wild grow strong within him. From pampered pet to king of the wild, he's not a house dog tamed by humans, nor a beast swallowed by the forest. He is Buck, just an ordinary dog.